What I thought I'd do is make a video on how to change the hexagonal wheel assembly, Pearl Eliminator double bass pedal. Mine went, got a new one sent straight over from Pearl, free of charge. So I'm going to replace it. I couldn't find anything on YouTube how to do this, so I just figured it out myself, and I figured, well, how am I still going to help some other people while doing it. First thing you're going to need to do is you're going to have to take the chain off the top. There's a nut basically inside here. Although this looks like it's still operational, it's actually a bit of a bodge job that I did. I had a couple of students who needed teaching, and I couldn't wait for a new pedal a new piece to come over, so I actually ended up I don't know if you can see that, but pretty much kind of like just welding a little bit of a picture frame bracket, I think it is, over the top as a temporary measure. Needless to say, it's totally dead now, but it doesn't matter because we've got another one. Okay, so once that's off, the first thing you need to do is you've got two little Allen key bolts in here. This will release that, so you can see now that this part moves freely. You don't need to take off there's a nut here, which is probably the first thing you'll see. Oh, I need to take that off. Totally don't need to do it. Leave that one and take off the other side. Just change my bit here. You're going to need a tiny little Allen key bit. Take the end off. Pretty straightforward if you know how to turn a screwdriver. Off that comes. Inside here you've got the bearings as well, so you want to be careful as you take these out. And that's it. Off comes the aluminium wheel assembly. We take the cam off of here, interchangeable cams, whatever colour it is you happen to use. Pop it on the new one. There we go. We obviously know that the top here, with the metal bit, that needs to be at the top because the chain's going to wrap around the cam, obviously. Slide on your new, undo it first and then slide on your new wheel assembly. Slide that back through there. When you put this through, be careful, you can pop the bearings out like that, so make sure the bearings stay in there, slide it through. And there you go. Actually, one of the other things, I don't know if you can see this, there's actually a couple of marks on the axle there where you can see where this has been attached. To save marking your bar in another place, I'd suggest making sure that those dots line back up. Plus, then you know exactly where the chain is. So make sure it goes through that way. And keep all your levels nice and the same, then be easier to readjust it back to however it is you have it. There we go. And that's that. You basically put your little cover back on the end there. Swap over the bit again. And make sure that this is nice and tight. You can do it up there, you'll end up having play in there, so you want to make sure you hold this nice and tight together before you put it on. Don't over tighten these, just finger tight is fine, you know, just a little bit, it's not going anywhere. You know. Last thing then, I'm just going to realign this with those holes that I showed you before, the little marks that are there. I'll just do that back up, and then I'll know that my chain will roughly align. Again, only really gently do this up. You can tighten it up more after, not a problem. So that's sorted. Okay, bring your chain back up over the top of your interchangeable cam. There's a nut inside here, if you can hear that shaking around in there. So you basically just need to align it up. Take your standard drum head screw, line it up with a bolt, give it a little twist, finish it off with your drum key, and there you have it. Once it's back on, it's a brand new wheel assembly. Thanks to Pearl for the new part. That's it.